I never imagined I'd be sharing something like this, but I'm desperate for clarity because this situation is driving me insane. My parents sold my possessions without my consent, claiming they needed money and that it was just useless clutter. Here's how I turned the tables, and I need advice on whether I'm justified in feeling so betrayed. It all started with an uneasy feeling that something wasn't right. I just returned from a 2-week business trip last night. At first, everything seemed fine. My parents welcomed me warmly, asking about my travels, and Mom even cooked my favorite pasta dish. But when I stepped into my old bedroom, something felt wrong, like the space had changed in a way I couldn't immediately pinpoint. I've been staying with my parents to save for a down payment on a house. Yes, I know how that sounds, and I keep most of my belongings in my childhood room. The space felt oddly sparse. It took a few minutes of scanning the room to realize what was gone. My entire collection of vintage video games, built up since I was a kid, had vanished. We're talking rare systems, special editions, and titles I'd spent years hunting down. The shelves where they were proudly displayed were completely empty. Initially, I thought maybe Mom had tidied up and moved things, as she sometimes does. I checked the wardrobe, under the bed, even the attic, nothing. My pulse quickened as I realized the collection, worth at least $15,000 at a low estimate, was nowhere to be found. Some pieces were one of a kind. I went downstairs to confront my parents, trying to keep my cool. Their response floored me. Mom barely glanced up from her tablet, and Dad just shrugged, saying, "Oh, we sold that old junk. You never use it, and we needed the cash." Like it was no big deal, as if they'd tossed out expired food. When I explained how valuable those items were, Dad scoffed. "Nobody pays that much for outdated games. We got a couple hundred for the lot. You should be thankful we let you live here rent-free at your age." I pushed for details. When did they sell it, and why not tell me? Mom finally looked up and said, "We didn't think you'd care. You don't play with them anymore, and we had some urgent bills." Their dismissive attitude made me suspicious. I asked about these urgent bills, and they got cagey. Dad snapped that it wasn't my concern, and Mom suddenly had to check something in the kitchen. I returned to my room and started looking closer. That's when I noticed more missing items. My coin collection from my late grandfather, gone. The rare baseball cards I'd saved since junior high, missing. Even my high school trophies and certificates were no longer on the walls. The more I searched, the more absences I found. I started taking pictures and listing everything I could recall. My girlfriend came over to help, as she's familiar with my room from her visits. Then came the bombshell. While we were cataloging, she was browsing local online marketplaces and found listings for my stuff, posted just last week. Multiple listings, different items, all under a random account. The photos were clearly taken in our garage. I recognized the shelves in the background. They didn't just sell my things, they waited until I was away on my trip to do it. The listing timestamps confirmed it. They started selling the day after I left. I'm staring at pictures of my childhood treasures sold for pennies, and it's gut-wrenching. These weren't just games, they were memories. That special edition console. I worked 2 years to afford it. The rare games, we can't share the full story in this short video. Click the link in the description to watch the complete story. For more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and give this video a like.